Welcome to Montessori Learning Center. I am Sharon Alibi, Montessori educator and consultant. Montessori Learning Center was built for parents that were looking to drop off their children for the whole day and not have to worry about any area of their development. So basically, Montessori Learning Center takes care of the whole child. And who makes this happen? I'm the program director here. We have a program supervisor, and then we have our guides that are our educators. Each staff is very carefully handpicked because our values here are extremely important to us. We look for staff that are dedicated, are passionate, and don't just do this for a job. They really want to come to work and share their expertise and their experience with the children and nurture your child, and then foster independence in the children and foster concentration in your children, bring in that love of learning, as well as to make sure that your child learns and becomes a respectful, kind, loving, independent individual. So our staff are all trained in Montessori, and Montessori education has a different philosophy. I will come to that in a minute. We also have regulations for Alberta standards, and we follow that as well, making sure that we always comply or actually offer more than what we are required to. When it comes to teacher-child ratios, we are always overstaffed because we don't believe in giving pressure to our educators, and this then translates into the care and the education that your child receives. With that, I'm going to give you a little bit of introduction about Dr. Maria Montessori. This is Dr. Maria Montessori. She was born in the 1800s and developed this method of education called the Montessori education. Montessori is not franchised, which means anyone can actually open a center and say they are offering a Montessori type of education or Montessori philosophy, Montessori method of education. However, we here at Montessori Learning Center are very, very authentic and true to Montessori education, making sure that we follow all the principles of Montessori and do our very, very best to honor the work of Dr. Montessori, to honor her philosophy and the success she had in the early 1900s, making sure that that is carried forward and the authenticity of Montessori is not watered down. In our next video, we will give you a tour of our center.